Hey, Awesome Doodle fans. Say hi to Mini Poochie. I've had a few different breeders ask me about my whelping box. Hi, sweetie. And so this is my whelping box. This is my puppy room, which is also my office. And I just wanted to give you, I did a tour of my puppy room, I don't know, a couple of years ago, but I thought I'd give you another tour of the puppy room and kind of just show you what I'm up to in here. So this floor is called G floor. You can buy it online. I think actually Walmart online sells this. This is about $350 worth of G floor that you see here on the floor. And it protects, I have hardwood underneath this, so it protects all of my hardwood floors in case the puppies pee on the floor, which they will. It's my little grooming table here, and I have this is a little light here that I use when I need more light to take pictures of puppies. So anyway, about the way we do the puppy room. So there's the 24/7 puppy cam, which will be turned on whenever we have puppies that are roughly a week old to about whenever the time where they're not in this room anymore, about 5 or 6 weeks. After about 5 or 6 weeks, they just won't be contained in this box anymore, and everybody wants to go outside and invade the kitchen and so forth. But other than that, you'll be able to look on the website and see puppies 24 hours a day, even at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get your ball, Mini Poochie. Hi, sweet girl. So this is the whelping box, and this is not real difficult to make. So I just use a high quality plywood. What, Poochie? He wants me to throw that ball to her. Come on, give it to me. Here, let's do this one. You want to catch this? Ready? Good girl. Here it comes. Good girl. Okay, where was I? So this puppy box is about 5 foot by 7 foot, which is a little bigger than most people need. You can get away with a 4 foot by 6 foot very easily. So if you buy a 4 by 8 sheet of plywood, then if you take that 4 by 8 sheet of plywood and cut one 2 foot by 4 foot section off of it, then that makes that piece right there. Then you take the rest of it and cut it in half. And then once you cut it in half, this is one side, and then this is the other side. So 1, 2, 3 pieces. That's one 4 by 8 sheet of plywood. And then you'll need one more piece that's just 2 foot by 4 foot, like this. All right, and then what I do is I use a seed heating mat. So you can find these at like any type of stores that sell gardening supplies. So I can set the temperature where I want the heating pad, and this thing turns on and warms up this heating pad. So there's my heating pad right there. So I put the heating pad right in the middle of the whelping box, and what will happen is all the puppies kind of migrate to the heating pad, and then Mama will lay, around the sides so she doesn't have to be hot on the heating pad. The other thing I like is it helps keep the puppies in the middle of the whelping box rather than around the sides, because sometimes if they wander away from Mama, they're on the sides, and then Mama might get nervous and have to try to scoot them back to the middle. So the heating pad in the middle helps keep the puppies in the middle of the whelping box. Now, what I did is I covered my plywood with linoleum, or like a kitchen flooring kind of a thing. And you can see that it's held up pretty well, except for right here. The puppies, were gnawing on this, and they, found a place where they could rip that stuff off. So, keep that in mind. If you're going to put linoleum, if you're going to cover your plywood with linoleum, keep that in mind. What? Give it to me. Come on. Come on, Poochie. Get in your puppy box. Get in your puppy box. She doesn't know how to get in her puppy box yet. Winnie does, but Poochie doesn't. Get in your puppy box. Good girl. So this door, Mama can get in and out easily through this door, and the puppies can't get out here until the puppies get old enough. Then they can climb over this, and when the puppies get that old, then I keep this door locked. And at that point, Mama can jump. This is only 24 inches tall, so Mama can easily jump in and out of the puppy box if she wants to. But puppies still can't get out. So unless you're breeding like really big dogs, 24 inches tall should be plenty for you. Even if you're doing standard size Aussies or Aussie Doodles, they should be able to fit. What? You want me to throw it, don't you? Ready? Here it comes. Good girl. Here it comes. Ready? Good job. This is a mat like you would see, when you walk into a restaurant or something, like a big mat that you would wipe your feet on. And all I've done is I've just turned it upside down, and I've got my heating pad underneath there. So it's kind of like another layer of insulation on top of the G-floor, just to keep the puppies a little bit warmer. Then on top of this pad, I use a blanket that tucks under all the way around. I don't just throw blankets in here with puppies, because what can happen is a puppy can get underneath a blanket, and then Mama might not see the puppy, and Mama might lay down on the puppy and squish it. And that's also what this rail is for. You've probably seen these rails in whelping boxes. So if Mama's laying down with her back against this and a puppy is down here, it won't get squished. If you don't have these rails here, when the puppies are just a couple days old, Mama could lay down and smush a puppy between her back and this. So make sure you've got a rail, and make sure your rail is low enough. If it's too high, then Mama just lays underneath it. So your rail needs to be basically in the middle of their back when they're laying down in the whelping box. This I think the bottom of this rail is 4 inches off the floor, and it's actually a little bit too high. I may need to lower it down slightly. But that's pretty much it. There's my door. I got a little latch on there. Some $3 hinges, and you don't, like I said, you don't have to cover this with linoleum. You can paint this with polyurethane, or it's just something to keep the puppy dirt and pee from soaking into the wood. Remember, there's no floor. There's no floor in this. Because if there were a floor in it, you would just get, pee and poop smashed up in these corners, and it would be super difficult to clean. I use a whelping box for, let's see, 2 or 3 litters, and then they kind of start to get funky, and then I just throw it away and build a new one. This isn't more than $100 worth of materials to make one of these, and I can whip one up in a couple hours, so it's not a big deal. But if you don't have a table saw at home, again, what you're going to do when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, they'll cut the wood for you, right? So you start with a 4x8 sheet of plywood. You cut off one end at 2 feet, and that's one end like that. And then you're left with a 4x6 piece of plywood. Then you cut that in half. So this is one half, and that's the other half. And then you just need to buy one more 2 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood, and that's the end here. Some stores, like both Home Depot and Lowe's, they have 2 foot by 4 foot pieces already cut up on the shelf. So you'll need to buy one of those, which will cost you, I don't know, $15. And then a 4x8 sheet of plywood shouldn't be more than $25 or $30 to do the rest of it. You need a box of screws, 3 or 4 8 foot 2x4s, and you're done. What do you think, Mini Poochie? Huh? You gonna have your puppies in there pretty soon? Yeah. I know. You're the best. You're the best. We'll see you soon, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, Winnie came in. Winnie, get in your puppy box. Good girl. She's like, Dad, why do you want me to get in my puppy box? I don't even have puppies. I know you don't, sweetie, but you will in December. All right, everybody, over and out.